Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Inspired Incompetence Podcast, presents War for the Crown. Come on in, won't you? Have a seat. Join us. That's nice. How's everyone doing this time?
Matt, who are you talking to?
Yeah, that was weird. You stroking out, buddy? Do you smell burnt toast?
I mean, yes, but I think my wife's actually cooking something.
That makes sense. All right, boys, you ready for a TPK?
Fuck yeah. Every week.
It's the way it rolls. Okay, so, yeah, where we left off, you guys were just about to reopen this door to attempt to fight Dagio and his rat swarms again. And in the process, you activated the haunt, and everyone took a nice chunk of damage, so everyone's nice and ready for the fight.
And I blew through all my first level spells already.
And let's see, Brunswick is off by himself in like that nice waiting room with couches. He's just waiting patiently for you guys to get to him.
That's a funny way to say dead.
I've got my packet of Sudoku. I'm like half through it already. You guys are really fucking taking your time.
So yeah, that's where we pick up. You guys were getting ready to head back into the old Senate chamber.
Yeah, we're literally just turn the handle and go in.
All right. I believe Madame Ladian had the keys in her boob pocket?
Yeah. I'll retrieve it, I'll unlock the door, look at Sir Edwin and say, "When you're ready, sir."
I get my heavy shield ready, and this time I'll have my longsword out. Look back, do a head count. Looks like everybody's there. All right. I kick open the door.
You kick in the door, and you take a look in the chamber from what you can see from inside that doorway, and it looks ominously quiet.
Well, job well done, boys.
Well, then why don't I feel any safer in here?
Do you think we can make a run for it? Just sprint?
I doubt it. I'm gonna listen intently.
All right, roll perception.
I guess I'll do one of those too.
I hear my armor.
I got you, buddy. 24.
I got a 15.
Yeah, 16.
All right, so Madame Ladian, you are the only one to notice, because you're really listening for it. You can hear the faint, like, scratching and scurrying of rats, though you cannot see where it's coming from.
I definitely hear the scratching of some rats down there. We're going to have to be very careful about this.
All right, so Madame Ladian warns that she hears the rats, but no one can see them. So what are you guys doing?
I take a step in, continue to look around the room.
Yeah.
So these seats,
The rows of chairs here.
yeah, they're actual chairs.
It's like a long curved bench. Yeah,
How tall is the bench?
probably like 3 feet. It's
Okay.
like, I will say, like, each ring of this is 5 feet lower than the one surrounding it.
Okay.
So like there's the outer ring, like the gray stone ring. Then there's 5 feet down is that first ring of benches. Then 5 feet down is the next ring of benches. Then another 5 feet down is the central area.
And what are the benches made out of? Is it carved in stone?
No, they're just wood.
Can I pop off a wow wow?
You can.
I'll also be joining in on that.
All right, then I'm gonna, not seeing or hearing anything, I'm gonna...
Well, I definitely shared with you that I hear him scratching around in there.
Right, but...
All right, I'm just
I don't
making
know
sure
where
that
they
was
are.
factored in. Fair.
Nope, you will not be blamed.
All right. So, Sir Edwin, does a 10 hit your flat-footed AC?
My flat-footed AC?
Correct.
No.
So a green arrow of acid shoots down from the northwestern wall as Dagio appears, and the bolt of acid just lands right in between Sir Edwin's feet. And Dagio just starts laughing maniacally, like, "They came back! Rise, my children, they came back!" And just from the southeastern area and the western area of the Senate chamber. Just these hordes of rats starts pouring out of cracks and crevices and just gathering over each other, and they start slowly, like en masse, just swarming towards Sir Edwin. And let's get some initiative going. All right. Combat has begun. Everyone roll your initiatives here. All right. So looking at this, Sir Edwin, you're going first.
I'm half tempted to just beeline for Daggio.
I assume he's suspended again, right?
He's like clinging to the wall a few feet up, but you probably could reach him from the ground. Just be aware that going, like the stairs that you're on, going up them is difficult terrain, so factor that into your movement.
What if I just beeline and then try to jump over the bench?
It would be tough because it's actually like a 5-foot platform, so it'd be more of a climb check than a acrobatics.
I don't think either one of those would be good for me anyway. Well, I guess I'm a little bit better. I'm a little less worse at climb than I am acrobatics. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. I mean, worst case is closer to the green rats, so I'm gonna go this way.
All right, so yeah, give me a climb check.
Oh no, that is a 1, but not a natural 1.
All right, so Sir Edwin is rushing over these benches and whatnot, and he gets to this ledge to try and climb up to the next level, and just for whatever reason, maybe he slips on some debris, maybe he just doesn't get a good handhold, but he's unable to climb up just yet. And that brings us to the red rat swarm. So the rat swarm starts surging to the northwest towards Sir Edwin and the rest of the group, but does not get very far. And next up is Daggio. And Daggio, he is going to... you see him kind of like concentrate on what looks like a little ring on his little rat paw. And he concentrates on that for a second, and then he points a finger at Sir Edwin and fires another green bolt of acid. But that's an 18 against your touch AC. So that hits, and you are going to take 5 points of acid damage.
Dude, 5 is so much at this level. I have 7 HP. I'm so scared.
All right.
I honestly don't see us making it through this combat. Like, we have no heals left. The items that we have aren't exactly...
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised. It'll depend on how many spells Daggio actually has. But that is his turn. And next up is the green rat swarm. And this one can move far enough to get to Sir Edwin.
Wait. What happens if Sir Edwin's among a bunch of rats
Well,
and my alchemist fire?
luck on
then
me.
your alchemist fire would... Well, it depends on where you hit the alchemist fire. Because alchemist fire, you target a square, and then you it does splash damage to that square and things around it.
Okay.
So, and you could always, ready the action to throw it after he gets out of the swarm too.
Gotcha.
But for now, the swarm is just going to deal 1 point of damage to Sir Edwin, but then I need 2 fortitude saves. Okay? So you manage to stave off the distraction, that's what makes you nauseated. But you have contracted filth fever, which will then come into effect tomorrow. But you are effectively diseased. Vulpus, you are up now.
I like none of this. So right now, if I were to huck that flask, so I need to be closer in order to get the flask, a 30-foot range.
The flask should have a 20-foot range increment.
I do not want to get that close to these things. Vulpus is going to... He's going to inspire courage the first round here.
Not a bad call.
I want to get everybody else in before I start heading in.
Everyone in fighting shape.
Yep. You say fighting shape, but if you scroll over everybody, it says injured, and then under Vulpus, badly injured.
Well, you're not the only one.
Yeah, so that's my turn. Everybody turn on Moment of Greatness.
Inspired
Oh,
courage.
inspired
courage, yeah.
Inspired Courage, sorry.
You're going to move it all, or is that it?
That's going to be it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a 5-foot step back.
All right. Then next up is Madame Ladian.
I'm gonna move, I think. 30 feet, kind of to like the northeastern portion of the room.
Okay.
And that's all I got. Just a move action.
Okay. Then Carl, you're up next.
All right. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I'm going to... this is messy. I'm going to take a 5-foot step, and I'm going to huck an Alchemist Fire in this square. 5, 10, 15, 20, by my calculation. I'm hoping to get the Swarm and this Dagio rat bastard.
Well,
Tell me if I
Digio
can
is-
do that.
Digio is up on the wall
I thought he was, like, barely on the wall, though.
to the point where you could, like, stand on the ground and reach him, but, like,
But acid or fire couldn't reach him?
it's
Not
not,
even
going to
a little
splash that much, yeah.
Not even to get him a little toasty?
Yeah, you warm up his feet.
All right, well, I still want to blast on this Swarm.
All right. Well, I'm just bringing up the Alchemist Fire, the actual text of it, so you know.
Yeah.
You throw it as a splash weapon. It's a ranged touch attack with a range increment of 10 feet. So that means you can
What happened
throw
at 20 feet?
at 20 feet. You're going to take a -1 or 2 penalty on the attack roll
Oh, I
Basically
can't
for-
be taking minuses.
for each. But I mean, you are hitting touch AC, which is going to be pretty easy.
Okay.
But a direct is -2. So a direct hit deals 1d6 points of fire damage. Every creature within 5 feet of the point where the flask hits takes 1 point of fire damage from the splash. And then on the round following a direct hit, the target takes an additional 1d6 points of damage.
Okay, so you're saying Sir Edwin would totally be good for it if I just tucked it in here.
If you just hucked it in there, Sir Edwin would take 1 point of fire damage from the splash, but
Yeah.
other than that, yeah.
And then he gets to move. Wait a second.
He's got
He's
plenty of health
next.
for that.
He's next. Can I say, Edwin, get out of there? And then when he moves, huck it on them?
Yeah, if you want to ready an action for that, you can do
That's
that.
what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Just in case he dies by 1, I need a clear conscience on this one.
Okay. All right, then that brings us to Sir Edwin.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a move action to activate martial flexibility.
Okay.
Give myself rat catcher again,
All right.
which is a +1 dodge bonus against attacks made by creatures at least 2 size categories smaller than yourself. +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls against such creatures. Take half damage from swarm attacks, and as a full round action can make a single attack with a natural or bludgeoning weapon against an adjacent swarm. If the attack hits, you deal half damage to the target, even if the swarm is small enough to normally be immune to such attacks.
Okay.
That's
And
such a
then-
sweet ability.
And then, as advised, I'm gonna take a second move and get the hell out of there.
Okay.
Here it comes. 13.
Did you inspired courage toggled?
Yeah.
13 might hit.
Do you have your hero point left?
I don't remember using it, so I'm going to say yes. You're thinking I should probably be heroic about this? I'm thinking that as well. If I can use it here. That gives me a +4. 17's got to hit.
Yeah, 17 does indeed beat their touch AC.
Nice.
That's how it's done.
All right, so go ahead and roll me a d6.
Plus how many? Oh, just kidding. I rolled a 6. I don't need that plus shit. Get out of here.
And it's 1.5, right? So it was 9 damage.
Yeah, 50% more from spells that have an area of effect. So yes, that's 9 damage to the rat swarm.
Is that including a +1 from Inspire Courage?
Does that give me plus 2 damage?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's 10 damage to the rat swarm. And that definitely did a good chunk. You definitely smelling some singed rat fur on that one.
I'm a little sad that they're still alive.
Yeah.
Like I blast them with this fire that's supposed to be, my ace in the sleeve there.
You max
then,
roll it.
Yeah, and then they're like, and I have one left, and there's 2 swarms. I'm like,
Yeah. Well,
Shit
Do they,
myself
ca-
a little
do they
bit.
take burn damage?
yes, they took a direct hit, so that means next round they're going to take another 1d6 fire damage.
All right, that's the
Okay.
key, I think.
yeah, okay.
They can't
but-
have much more than 10 health.
But next up is the southern rat swarm, which is just going to continue its advance, but still, they're slow. Can't quite get there. And now we're back to Dagio. And Dagio is going to launch a magic missile from where he is standing at Carl.
Oh no.
Just making sure I got the right number of missiles here.
And there's no way my ninja skills can let me dodge this, right? I know I have these.
Not on a
key-
magic missiles.
Oh yeah.
That's like its
So-
whole thing is it always hits.
Yeah. So, what we're actually going to do is because he gets 2 missiles, he's going to shoot one at Carl and one at Sir Edwin.
Oh, great. So you'll kill them both in the same round.
So, Carl takes 5 damage
Oh my
From-
god. See,
from one missile,
that's not a
and
good amount
Sir-
for me to be taking right now.
and Sir Edwin takes 3 damage from the second.
This is the point in Pokemon where it makes
They're
that
blinking.
sound at you.
Yeah. Can we get a health total from you two?
2.
1.
Ah. I had fears of those numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the near death. Oh, hey, look at that.
All right. And yeah, now it is the other rat swarm's turn.
Oh, but they take damage on their turn, right? And therefore.
Oh,
die
yes, they
now?
do. Yes, they do. So go ahead and roll me a d6.
Oh, this one's
Joe,
Joe,
if
such an important D6, man.
at
Where are my
any
power dice?
point,
Okay, here we go. Oh! God, these are cursed. They're cursed.
Oh, man.
1. Wait.
Plus
1.
1. Which, does that go to 3?
Yeah,
Probably.
but they're still up.
Oh, God.
Oh
Oh,
no!
my-
I've
no,
really done it now.
no.
You're both about to go unconscious.
And yeah, those that swarm just rushes over to the 2 of you.
And we get attacks of opportunity.
Yes, actually.
Sir Edwin can blast these things.
Oh, we can.
Yep. I'm going to attack it with my shield, I guess, because it's bludgeoning, right?
Yep.
Versus swarms. So I'm going to batter away some of the rats. 21 to hit
21 hits.
and 5 damage.
That's the amount I meant to do.
Yes.
Yes.
Saved it.
Oh, you managed
I
to
just-
squish just enough of the rats before they got to you that the remaining ones are not a threat.
So the rats jump up from the bench, try and hit me and Carl, and then I batter them away in midair with my shield.
Oh, nicely done. All right, Vulpus, you're up next.
Vulpus is going to toss his. I'm gonna toss my alchemist fire at this last grouping of rats here. All right, we got an 18.
So yeah, 18 hits. Go ahead and give me that d6 of fire damage.
I will give you that d6.
Don't mess it up, Vulpus, if you know what I mean.
Well, it doesn't matter. You can't kill it in one shot.
Oh yeah.
But I might be able to do it in 2 shots.
Yeah,
if,
well,
No,
those 2
that's
are going to be
impossible.
dead as soon as you finish.
Let's go. Oh, let's go. Let's absolutely go.
Oh,
My protege.
that is a 6.
so with the +1 and then the extra 50%, that is 10 fire damage to the rat swarm.
Yup.
Nicely done.
He saw how I threw it and then threw it exactly like that, just like I taught him.
Just like the way this is, I see Vulpus like he runs up to the top of these stairs and just sees the swarm of rats down at the bottom. And I'm picturing like the end of not Angels in the Outfield, Rookie of the Year, with like the kid who gets the arm injury and like is throwing like 120 mile an hour fastballs. The end, he loses the power. He just kind of lobs the thing up at him. I'm imagining that, just that underhanded lob, and just boosh, it explodes in the rats.
Yeah, you know that kid who could throw 120 miles an hour? Right, at the end when he was throwing 25.
Yeah.
Take this, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Madam Ladian, that brings us to you.
Well, I wanted to run over and see if the door on the far east side was unlocked, but now I'm just worried that I need to be like a little bit of a meat shield, take some damage away from these guys. I'm gonna move around the top perimeter again to right here. Hopefully that entices Dayo to target me. And just so you guys know, I have a levitation buffer ready to go when those things get adjacent to us. So as long as Sir Edwin gets back a little bit, I can push him back for one round.
Good deal. So that brings us to Carl.
Now, I held my action last time for Edwin to move. So does it bring it to Edwin then Carl?
Nope, a readied action doesn't change your initiative. If you
Okay,
would
perfect.
if you had delayed your turn, that would have altered it, but you didn't do that. You readied an action.
All right. So I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to huck this vial at this thing
Hell yeah.
and hope to kill it.
Okay.
And then if there's another swarm, we just die forever. Oh no, Carl, you've done it again, you idiot. Fresh out of hero points, Carl rolls an 11.
All right.
But he's like over them, so he's got a tactical advantage. And he's surrounded
High
by
ground?
all his friends.
High ground?
So yeah, high
It's
ground
not
plus
enough,
friendship
but-
bonus.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is not going to be a direct hit, but you are still going to hit them with the splash.
Okay.
So that's
okay.
another little bit of damage to them. Are you going to move, Carl?
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step this way, so that bro can't line of sight me with some more missiles to death.
Okay, well, Vulpus is standing there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a just a move around him, like coming through. Whoop.
Okay.
You know how you're in like a crowded place and you're,
Yeah.
whoop,
Well, I will
behind
say,
you.
like, you don't have to do a 5-foot step. You could just move. Like, throwing that Alchemist Fire was just a standard action. You have your full move action.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was just testing you. So I'll move. I'll move like this. Oh, coming through. Excuse me.
All right.
Mostly dead guy coming through.
So you stumble around Vulpus to just kind of like lean up against that wall.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right. Sir Edwin, that brings us to you then.
I'm going to use my martial flexibility for my move action and swap out Rat Catcher for Combat Vigor.
What's that do?
It gives me a Vigor pool with a maximum number of points equal to my Constitution bonus. And as a standard action, I can spend 1 Vigor point per 3 hit dice to regain a d6 hit points per Vigor point
What?
spent. But every time you spend Vigor points, you become fatigued for a minute. And you cannot spend Vigor points while fatigued or exhausted.
Okay.
That's
So,
sweet.
my
So you're basically
The
you're making
TLDR
yourself
is-
fatigued, but you're gonna
right,
heal some
TLDR,
damage.
I'm exchanging being fatigued for healing for a d6 because I can't just be hanging on with 1 hit point.
Yeah.
So take my move action to swap out the feat, and then my standard action is to actually go for the heal.
All right. Let's see that d6.
Oh, big money.
All right. You moving it? I know you use your move action, but are you gonna?
I'm not gonna. Just gonna stay where.
Okay. So now it is the rat swarm's turn. So Vulpus, go ahead and roll a d6 for that fire damage.
Oh, a 4, which brings it up to 6, right?
Indeed. And you burn off the rest of that rat swarm.
Let's go.
Thank God.
Nice.
All right. And now you see Dagio clinging to that wall still. He sees, and I have to imagine there's going to be like bits of fire just clinging to some of this debris. Like there are chairs and benches on fire here just from the remnants of this. And in the firelight, you can just look up and you see Dagio just seething on the wall. He's like, no, my children. And he just drops to the kind of like to the floor, to the base of the wall where he was clinging to, and he pulls out what looks like a wand. And he's like, I'll kill you myself. But now it is Vulpus's turn.
Yeah, well, Vulpus not feeling too well. Does not know how to engage this person whatsoever. Is he still like up
No, he's
In
now standing on the ground.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Vulpus pulls out his rapier and starts charging, but not really charging.
All right, so Vulpus is going to walk up and give a stab.
Yeah, a little stabby stab. Put some a rat shish kebab here.
Okay, let's see the attack.
Oh, a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
But I don't know if the next part is gonna hit. 13 to hit.
13 does not confirm.
So 6. Yep. 6 damage.
All right. So Digio takes 6 damage. Nice little stab from Vulpus. Very nice. That brings us to Madame Ladian.
All right, I'm gonna hit Digio with the stink eye,
Okay.
and can I stand on this square
It would require hopping down, but yes, you can.
and
Like,
still
basically
be
you're-
able to swing up at him?
You can still swing up at him. Like, yeah, you're basically 5 feet below him, but you can still reach him. All right, so Madame Ladian, you gave him the stink eye, and you're going to take a swing at him?
Actually, I want to hit him with a touch of fatigue spell,
Okay.
which is just a touch attack. Okay, so this is against its touch AC. Ooh, 11.
11's going to miss.
Oh,
All right. But that brings us back to Carl.
Okay. So I've got these key points, and what are they good for?
You can spend 1 to give yourself a 20-foot boost to your movement speed for 1 round. You can spend 1 to get an extra attack as part of a full attack action.
Yeah.
And I think you can spend 1 to do something with your stealth. That's not going to matter for this combat.
Okay. So I'm going to use a key point, and while I'm doing this, I'm talking to myself like, just in and out, Carl. In and out. Kamikaze. Let's go. Just run in, slap him with your nunchuck. Easy peasy. I'm going to use a key point, and then totally do ninja stuff. Barrel roll over these guys, and then slap them with my nunchuck.
Okay, that's going
Make
to
it happen with the mechanics.
It's going to provoke. It's going to provoke an attack of opportunity from Dagio.
Oh, no way. What about if I jump over these benches and do it all crazy?
I feel like that would be more than a move action.
Well, I keyed myself up. I'm high on key points.
How much movement do you get for key points?
He said extra 20, dog.
Oh, okay. In that case, why don't you move over to the other square next to you if you're gonna put yourself in range here?
Yeah, I don't know. That makes sense.
So that way you could flank with me.
Yeah. And there's 40 feet of movement. That is enough movement that you have. But I'm going to need an acrobatics check while you're doing that, just to make sure that you're not going to fall on your face somewhere along the way.
All right. I got a bunch of points in this.
yeah, you're built
So-
to do this.
This is a Jesus take the wheel type thing. Please don't make me look stupid in front of my friends. Natural 20, 27. Yes. Yes, Carl. The crowd goes fucking crazy for Carl. It goes crazy with a K.
They go crazy.
We're cuckoo for Carl. All K's, baby. Oh, maybe that's a
Uh,
bad idea.
Not
Well-
too many Ks now.
I'm going to go ahead and assume a 14 does not hit your AC.
Let me just double check. I think your assumption is correct. Nope. 17 AC.
Okay. So Dagio does take a swipe at you as you are flipping around, but you do a nice sweet front flip right over his little claw.
Yes.
And yeah,
then
you are free to make an attack.
Nunchuck.
And
19.
you're adding a
Plus
+2
2.
to, yep.
21.
21 will hit.
6 damage. Oh my
Nice.
god. This is one of my best turns of all time.
Did
Which
you-
is not saying
Did
a whole
you
lot, but
did you add your sneak attack?
no.
Because you're flanking him, you get your sneak attack. So add another d6.
Oh shit, dog. Oh my god, disgusting.
Oh
now,
my
does
God.
That, it's just a +6, or
Yeah.
do I get my courage bonus for that too?
No, the inspired courage has already been applied to this damage.
Gotcha. 6. Carl the Legend.
So Carl just runs, flips around, and bashes him in the side of the head for 12 damage. You know what, Joe? Take a goddamn hero point for that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've definitely changed some of Madame Ladian's perception of Picaro.
I finally did a ninja thing too. It was awesome.
That was pretty fucking sweet. Oh, all right, Sir Edwin, that brings us to you. Sir Edwin's like sucking wind over there, and he sees Carl just jumping over benches.
I will just take a move, and I'm just gonna aid Vulpus.
Okay. Well, in order to do that, you need to be able to also reach the target of the attack.
It's okay. I'll end my turn here.
Okay. Then that brings us to Degio, who did not appreciate being bashed in the back of the head with a nunchuck.
Oh no!
So he's going to turn to Carl, and he is going to reach out with his little wand and try to
kick him.
try to hit Carl with it. Carl, does a 14 hit your touch AC?
Oh no! Yeah, a 14 matches my touch AC. So now, real quick, is my bark skin on?
It should be.
Yeah, but that gives you a natural armor bonus, which does not apply to your touch AC.
And the matching AC is what gets it done. Right, of course.
I've corrupted Joe so bad.
So Degio just reaches out with his little wand, taps Carl on like the shoulder, and a jolt of electricity shoots through Carl, dealing 5 points of damage.
Oh, Carl goes down like a sack of Carls.
All right, but in the meanwhile, that brings us to Vulpus.
Carl, my friend. And
My bread.
Vulpus is going to rapier. Oh, let's go. A 21
21 hits.
and 5 damage.
5 damage. All right. Degio's still going, but
Oh,
damn, he is not looking too hot.
fuck, man. All right.
And you just stay right there. Do you want to move?
You know what? Actually, that is a good point. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step. I assume I can't just 5-foot step this.
You can. Like, you're basically like hopping down off the ledge.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
Okay. Then, Madam Lady, and that brings us to you.
How's Degio looking?
He's looking pretty hurt. And also, he's an angry little rat. Well, technically, he's really big for a rat, but he's angry.
I could try and hit him with a touch of fatigue again. I'm just wondering if it makes sense to actually try and claw him. Let's go with an actual claw. How about a 14?
A 14, unfortunately, does not hit.
I'm gonna trigger my trick. I think instead of trying to bull rush him. Oh, actually, I should have done this at the start of my turn. Matt, are you cool with, even though this says it should be done at the start of my turn or the enemy's turn, if I just do it now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I just want to do the actual lifting effect so that he'd go into the air slightly.
Okay. Does that require like a combat maneuver?
It doesn't look like it. Yeah, it looks like the CMB check I make is only when I try to push them with this. When I lift them, it looks like they just get lifted.
Okay.
They
Yeah, it
have
causes
no
them to move. They move at half speed and take a -4 on CMDs against stuff for 1 round. Oh, he does get a will save against it though.
Oh, okay. And I hit him with my stink eye, so he's got penalties to his will save.
Is your move actually called Stink Eye?
No,
Ah,
it's called Hypnotic Stare.
okay.
And I've actually been fucking up because I have the painful stare onto it. I could be having you guys do extra damage.
But he got a 13 on his will save before applying your penalty, so I'm pretty sure he failed that.
Get the fuck
All right.
out of here.
So he's like floating a couple inches off the ground, like, what the hell's going on here? But let's see. Are you going to move, Madam Ladian?
Nope.
Okay. Then
Hold
that
on.
brings us.
I'll take a 5-foot. I'll take a 5-foot step.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Carl. And Carl, I need a Constitution check.
Oh no, really?
Yep, and it looks like it's going to be a DC 13 because you're at -3.
Oh, you went down?
Oh, I went down big time. Oh, dude, Carl, though.
Nice.
20. Boom.
20. All right, Carl stabilizes. You are no longer bleeding out.
That's good. I didn't realize I was in the first place. It makes sense that I would be, though.
Yeah. Okay, Sir Edwin, that brings us to you.
How large is Dagio?
He is small sized, so he's like the size of like a halfling.
Okay. I'm going to drop my longsword as a free action,
Okay.
take a 5-foot step, and I'm going to grab him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a CMB.
18.
But the grapple, but a 6, but the 18 is enough to grab him.
All right.
So Sir Edwin's got a hold of the rat. Okay. Next up is Dagio then, and he doesn't like being grabbed, but he's also little, so he's just going to take the opportunity to hit Sir Edwin with the wand. But that's a natural 1, so yeah, he misses.
Is that a magic fumble?
He misses and...
I don't think you can crit on wands.
Is that a magic fumble?
Oh.
You know what? I believe it is because that's a natural 1 on the touch attack with the wand.
Yeah.
And let's see, what's his attack bonus here? That's like a 9 to hit your touch AC to
He's
confirm.
also, am I at a negative for anything? Then no, my touch is a 10
Okay.
right now.
Then yes, that is indeed a magic fumble.
You fucked up, guy.
Let's go.
All right. So instead of hitting you with this electricity damage, he gives you a spell shield. So Sir Edwin, you get spell resistance equal to you get SR 14 for the next 4 rounds.
Woo!
Yeah, I could have used that.
Hope he doesn't need to be healed though.
Right?
All right, Vulpus, that brings us to you then.
Vulpus is gonna take that 5-foot step in.
Try to
Or-
finish him off.
Yep. Try to rapier.
Oh.
That I don't think is a natural 20, but it is a.
No, you rolled an 18 on the
I
dice.
rolled an 18, but that is a within crit range.
Yep. So that is a crit threat. What's your confirmation?
My confirmation is, what do you know, a 13.
Even with the grapple,
Oh.
13 is not enough.
My God.
So Dagio takes how much
nearly
damage?
enough
Is that is he? I can't see right now because I'm still waiting for you guys to finish this combat. But is Tom flanking right now?
Oh, yeah. Remember?
No.
No, he's
It's
not.
flanking, no. 2 damage.
All right, so Dagio takes 2 more damage from that rapier thrust. God, he's still going.
My God.
My God.
You sure he's not
man.
like a badger?
Metamadian, that brings us to you.
He can't have much left.
Give him the people's elbow.
Wait. I'm gonna, when Vulpus hit there, I'm
Okay.
gonna use my painful stare, and I can add half of my mesmerist level in damage to that attack, which is
So he
just
takes another
way.
1.
yeah, it's just 1 for now, but he feels that
Okay.
1.
Yeah.
Hey, it's extra damage.
All right, I'm gonna try and claw this guy again.
All right.
Just 1 hits. Yeah, first one's a 14.
14 is not going to hit.
Actually, I lied. I think I'm flanking, aren't I?
No.
Oh, no, I'm not. And then the second claw is a 16. He's still grappled, right?
He is still grappled.
Yep.
Yes, so that does not hit.
Son of a bitch.
All right. I did a full round, so yeah. I'll just stand here and hope maybe for some reason he wants to hit me.
All right, then that brings us to unconscious Carl and then to Sir Edwin.
I think we have to roll to maintain the grapple.
Yes, and you get a +5 on it.
Oh God.
Well, it's that plus 5 plus another 2. It's 14.
14 is not going to do it.
God.
So yeah, he squirms out of your grasp.
Is that a standard action?
No, that was the check to maintain. I
Bash
still have
him.
a standard action.
Bash him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smash him with the shield. Since I actually have a free hand now, I'm just gonna two-handed shield bash him right into the wall.
Okay. Just picturing this like a tennis racket, just a backhand.
Yeah.
Oh, I envisioned him just taking like the edge of the shield and overhand slamming it into his head.
like what, fucking Captain America bashing it into Iron Man's chest in Civil War.
Yeah, like a standing curb stomp with a shield.
Yeah. Well, let's see it.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
That ain't it.
Roll to confirm the fumble.
I hope I'm not about to eat the shield bash.
What do you got?
15.
All right. With a 15, that confirms. And this is called I meant to do that. So Sir Edwin's going to move 10 feet in a random direction and provoke attacks of opportunity as normal. So, let's see. You can only move in 4 directions right now, so I'll roll 1d4. A 1, it would be walking like directly towards Daigyo, and 2, 3, 4 is going around.
4.
So 4. So Sir Edwin just goes to wind up and ends up falling backwards off of the ledge and stumbles 10 feet to the east, provoking an
Yep.
attack from Daigyo.
He misses,
But
he
he-
hits the wall, and then the vibrations just ding him back.
Nah, he meant to do that, guys.
I did mean to do that. That is the name of the miss. So,
Does a 19 hit?
I believe so.
All right, so Sir Edwin is going to take 4 points of piercing damage from the bite.
It's a strong little bastard.
It helps to max roll. All right. And speaking of that, makes it now Daigyo's turn. He's no longer grappled, but the main target of his ire has kind of walked away. So he's going to instead aim the wand at the guy that keeps poking him with a rapier. So Vulpus.
No, don't stop, please.
Ooh, that's a 12 against your. Sorry, that's a 13 against your touch AC.
Oh, against my touch.
Yeah, because he's got the high ground.
Oh, my touch is 12.
Oof.
Oh.
All right, so this wand crackles with electricity as he pokes you, and you take 4 points of damage.
That hurts.
No one can stop the great Daigyo.
So it would seem.
And Vulpus, it's now your turn.
I'm at 0 right now. I am staggered.
Are you really?
Yup. I'm with my dying breath. Fuck you. And just go for the
Go for the stab.
stabs. Oh, but it doesn't look like it hits. Suffering
Not with
bad
that
here.
attitude.
Yep, 13. I really like that 13.
Yeah, 13 does not hit. Oh, man.
Yo, this guy can't have more than 2 health at this point. There's no way.
All right. Vulpus, you going to move or anything?
I can't.
A stagger.
Right?
You can take a 5-foot step.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Madam Lady, and that brings us to you.
All right.
Can,
Go for the
can
claws
she
again.
take it down?
It's actually important this time because now people die. Yeah. How about a 21 to hit?
A 21 hits.
Nice. 2 damage.
Painful stare.
Painful stare. How about a 2? How does that do you?
So 4 damage altogether.
Yep.
Madam Lady slashes him across the chest, and Daigyo falls, slumps down against the wall, and slides down to a seating position. And he just looks up, and with his dying breath, he just goes, the circle, it's beautiful. And dies.
Nice.
Holy shit, you guys managed to do it.
Barely.
Yep. Yeah, that was a load of BS right there.
I'll throw out some detect magic. There's got to be
Okay.
something in this room to help us.
So you use your detect magic, and on Daigyo, you are getting 2 magical auras. One is from the wand that he was waving about that was hitting you guys, and the other is from a ring on his little claw.
Okay. Let's give some spellcrafts. Am I good at this? Yeah, I'm good at this too in this one. Oh, maybe not that good. That's an 8 and a 20.
I'll help you out.
I got a 21 and a 6.
18 and a 20.
Yes. All right. So between the three of you, you do manage to identify the ring as a ring of protection +1, and the wand is a wand of shocking grasp with 21 charges remaining.
Dang.
And the rest of the room, you're not detecting anything within the room itself, but you are picking up some faint auras coming from that hole in the ceiling.
I just noticed that there is a potion of Cure Light in my inventory, apparently.
I knew somebody had
I had
some.
it filtered out for some reason. I'm gonna pop it open and give it to Kakarl.
No, give it to Vulpus, who also needs it, but, it'll be funny to watch you guys drag Joe out of this dungeon.
Oh, we would have the half elf do it for sure.
The halfling?
The halfling.
Halfling.
Used to drag 2 bodies around.
We'll use some rope to lash them together.
All right, so Carl's going to heal 1d8 +1.
No!
Ooh.
Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Carl's alive!
So how much did Carl heal?
8 total.
8. I was about to say, just like that, Carl becomes the healthiest one here, but Madame Ladian's actually in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I haven't taken any damage.
I think Brunswick's actually in pretty good shape.
And
Again,
then
dead?
I have 1 vigor point left
Oh, please.
before it wears off. I'm gonna roll it as a heal and be fatigued for another minute because, sure,
Because it's a
Yeah.
minute. Yeah.
4.
All right.
We back in this, boys.
So, again, Madame Ladian, you are detecting some magical auras coming from, like, that opening up in the roof. And just judging by the state of, like, the walls here, it doesn't look like the toughest climb. If there's anyone who, like, is half decent at climbing, like, it doesn't seem like it would be the worst task in the world.
I don't think that's going to be me with a 0 in climb. Doesn't look like there's any indication of some kind of like passageway that goes up there. Even if it's like, not directly from this room. Like if I look up into the hole, do I see any indication of like a doorway somewhere?
After looking for a little bit, you can kind of see little, like, scratch marks on the wall and stuff. Like, it looks like that's where Dagio would go in and out of. But he was a rat. He had a climb speed. He could just climb. He didn't need to worry about, like, passageways or anything to get there.
Do we get like a bird thing in this campaign?
What?
Bird?
Like one of those little statue things that was like a raven, maybe?
Yeah, it was like a wondrous... the statue, yeah. The little statue had a little raven, yeah.
Yeah.
Figurine of wondrous power.
That's the word I'm looking for.
What
Granted.
exactly does that do? Would that be able to like fly up there and grab whatever up there, or even maybe like fly a rope up?
I think it only works to deliver a message.
I want to deliver a message. It's a piece of rope to that ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, the raven, basically you issue a command, it animates, and it is treated like the animal messenger spell.
Is there like joists or something that Dagio was perched up on during the first fight?
No, he just...
He was just on the wall.
He's got a climb speed, so he was just, clinging to the wall.
And we only found 1 potion of spider climb that Kakarl drank earlier.
How high is the opening?
Oh shit, I think I have a potion of Cure Light Wounds if one of you guys wants it.
Yes, please.
Give it to Vulpus.
Yeah.
It's probably like
Take it,
15
Vulpus.
15 feet above, the outer ring where you're standing right now. Where it actually is on the roof, it would probably be like maybe 20 to 25 feet to like one of these inner rings that it would fall to. That it's like directly above.
Is it a D6 or D8
For what?
for cure?
Cure Light
it's
Wounds
D8.
is a D8 +1.
Okay.
So if I gave Kakarl a boost,
Yeah, he's probably a good climby boy.
I have a +0 in climb,
Oh.
but I
That's
also
better
just
than
woke
me.
up from being dead.
What's
So
what's Vulpus have? Nice roll though.
A 7.
In climb?
+1.
No.
Oh, 8. I'm at 8 right now.
Tom's healing. You're asking him
Yeah.
questions before he's done healing.
I was asking you what's in your climb skill.
Oh, -2.
All right, so it's me or Kakarl, and I have more health, so I'm fine with going first to try and climb this wall.
So Vulpus is gonna like pitch it to the group and say, "I'm not seeing any massive blood splattering anywhere that would tell me that Brunswick died in here, if you know what I mean."
Well, as sad as it is to say, they probably
Yes,
ate him and brought him back to his den.
I do know what you mean, but maybe we should look around and see if we can find any trace of where he might have gotten to.
Well, the last time I saw him, he was clear across the room, and he kind of just disappeared out of sight. Although, how much I was paying attention is definitely questionable at best.
Maybe we can find some kind of a device or access point or some sort of hints up in that little hole up in the ceiling.
Well, so is anyone going to try to climb it, or are we moving on?
I got a 12 to climb it.
Yeah, I'll assist.
With your 12, I'm actually giving you a little bonus because I imagine your claws would give you a little extra grip. And with the boost from Sir Edwin, you do manage to scale the wall up to that hole in the ceiling.
Nice. What do I peep?
Okay. Let's see. First, I'm going to need a fortitude save because it is disgusting up here. This whole little hole just like stinks of rat urine. Oddly enough, also in circular patterns.
Oh man, fortitude? You sure you don't want will? I can will myself through some grossness.
You fortitude me.
It's gotta be good. Oh.
Oh man.
2.
All right, so you have also contracted filth fever. So that's you and Sir Edmund have contracted that, but that'll go into effect tomorrow. But yeah, let's see. But along with filth fever, up in here you also find a spell book, 4 pristine-looking rubies that are worth about 100 gold each. You find a magical pearl, and inside a kind of beat-up looking jewelry box, you actually find a very nice-looking ring.
Is it a magic ring or just a nice looking ring?
It is a magic ring.
Okay. I'll give you 2 spellcraft checks while I'm up here. What did the other ring end up being?
It was a ring of protection +1.
I'm on a 2 kick. Alright, so the first one was a 7, then a natural 20 for 25 on the second spellcraft.
All right, so you're not sure what the pearl is, but you do... do you have knowledge nobility?
I don't think I have any knowledges on Madame L.
Huh, all right. Let's see, this golden ring appears perfect on the outside, but the inside shows centuries of wear. A family crest adorns the front, depicting olive branches encircling 2 crowns, which seemingly indicates a house dedicated to ambassadorship and diplomacy. So, this ring, when worn, grants the wearer a +2 competence a +2 competence bonus on diplomacy, linguistics, and perform checks. Once per day, the wearer can speak a command word to transform their appearance and clothing as per disguised self. The appearance of their clothing automatically matches the customs of the dominant culture around them, especially that of the local nobility or ruling class. Their physical features don't match those of the local people, but features that would make them stand out and diminish, such as elf ears in a settlement where no elves live. This lasts up to 24 hours, but can be dismissed at any time. And the caster level of any spell effect generated by this ring is not something that you need to know.
That's pretty cool. A little redundant with the hat I have. Okay, I'll gather everything up and bring it back down with me.
Okay. Anyone that has it can roll me a knowledge, history, or nobility check to check the ring if Madame Ladian shows it off.
Do you want nobility or history?
Either one.
I have both.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, 25.
Okay. All right. So Vulpus, you recognize this ring as being an old relic of the now extinct Glendower house. You know, they were pretty well known as, as ambassadors and diplomats before their line died out a couple centuries back. And you know that this ring is actually called the Envoy Ring. It is a relic of Taldan history. Just like that crossbow that Brunswick found, it is something that will actually grow in ability and power as you perform acts of importance to Taldor as a country. So right now, it gives a +2 bonus on diplomacy, linguistics, and perform checks, and allows you to do disguise self once per day. And as you seemingly progress through the campaign, it will get more and more abilities.
I would like to throw my hat into the ring for this, just due to its innate abilities for communication and amongst other things.
Yeah, I mean, I'd roll on it.
Yeah, anyone who wants to can roll for it.
Vulpus with a 10.
All right. So Vulpus gets the Envoy Ring. It's a nice little addition there. How about that Ring of Protection +1? Who's taking that one?
If nobody else wants it, I'll take it.
I mean, I want it, but I think it's probably going to be more beneficial on one of you two, as I would prefer to not even be up close in these combats.
Yeah, either Carl or Talbot should have it.
What do you think, Carl?
Yeah. If no one wants that, Carl's always down.
You can take it. I got the cloak of resistance, so.
Friggin' sweet.
Okay. So Carl gets a Ring of Protection +1. But yeah, what's next on the agenda?
Go check to see if the door in the east is locked.
I was thinking nap, but that's good too.
Why don't you guys just double back and really comb through every room you've already been in, just to really make sure you got everything.
It is not.
Nice. Oh, what is this? What the fuck are you doing? You're just sitting, laying on a couch.
Yeah, well, you walk into the room, and again, I'll give the description of the room itself. There's a couple of dust-covered couches on the northern and western wall in this rectangular chamber, and there are 2 doors that exit the room. The one you came into the east, or the one you came in from the west. There's another straight across to the east, and there is a hallway that leads south. And directly to your right, when you open the door, you walk in, and it looks like Brunswick is just laying on this couch here. But when you walk over to check on him, and you kind of give your admonition, hey, what are you doing just laying around?
Yeah, I shake
You
him
walk
pretty
up.
hard.
You walk up, and you actually notice his throat is slit open. Brunswick is dead.
Oh. Called it a mile away.
No fucking way.
Interesting.
Alex, did you know about this?
No idea. Does it look like a sign of a struggle? Did they loot his body? Can I loot his body if they didn't?
Let's see. Oh, I don't even know what Brunswick had. He had the crossbow, and he did have... Actually, Brunswick had that figurine of wondrous power.
Okay, so that wouldn't have worked anyway.
And it actually says Brunswick has that scroll of Breath of Life that you guys sold last time to the kobold, so...
That
Oops.
dirty cheater. No wonder why you had to kill him.
I really still have that stuff on me?
I'm looking in your character sheet, and it looks like it's all in here.
Oh, okay.
It's all on your character sheet still, unless... I don't know. But according to this, Brunswick had a potion of neutralized poison, 2 potions of Bear's Endurance, the figurine of wondrous power, a scroll of invisibility, and a scroll of breath of life, along with that crossbow. But even though he had that when he died, and you would all know that, he currently does not.
Ooh, okay.
Though I don't think anybody knew that I had the potion of neutralized poison.
Yeah, because that was the one you swapped.
Yeah.
Right. So everyone thought you had a potion of Cure Light Wounds.
Yes.
And didn't look like any sign of struggle or anything?
Nope. Brunswick actually looks kind of peaceful there with his, gaping throat wound.
Who could have done such a thing? I don't think it was Digio. He would have most certainly gloated about killing one of us. Can I do a perception to see any kind of indication of, like, maybe footprints or something to indicate maybe where they went? Or
Yeah, go ahead.
12.
23.
All right. Well, I mean, after a brief look around and with those perception checks, like, whoever did it really, like, it definitely doesn't look like anything that the rats could have done. He doesn't have any, like, bite marks on him or claw marks. It looks like one pretty clean slash right across the throat. The only way for anyone else to have come into this room is from that eastern door.
I'm gonna do some mourning of Brunswick real quick. He was my pal, and I just can't believe he killed himself like this. So I'm gonna say some words and kneel by his side and pray a ninja prayer.
We were a team.
We were a great team.
Vulpus pulls out his guitar and just starts singing. Wise men say only fools rush it, but Brunswick knew he had to get to safety.
That was beautiful, Tom. Thank you.
But he didn't know.
Oh, there's more. Okay.
I look over at Vulpus. Could we maybe have a moment here, if you know what I mean?
Oh, I get it. I see where I'm not wanted.
Wow. So yeah, Brunswick is dead.
That super sucks. I feel like him and Carl had a real bond going. Carl's not taking this too well.
I mean, the teaming with Carl might have pushed him a little over the edge. Definitely added more stress to his life.
I mean, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Poor guy ran out of alcohol.
Finally did himself in.
I would like everyone to give me a quick perception check, please.
20.
20.
In honor of Axel.
Oh, 7.
9.
That's a 15 from me.
And that's a 15 from Vulpus.
All right. So, Madame Ladian, when you see Emistos enter the room dragging the corpse of the noble that I've completely forgotten the name of at this point.
Lord Mancham.
Lord Mancham, yes, him. He notices Brunswick, like, on the couch, and you could almost swear you see a brief flash of a smile cross his face before he looks, like, very concerned, and goes, oh my gosh, what happened?
It appears that his throat has been slashed. Not the type of thing I would imagine would cause you to smile about. And I stink eye him. Then I want to roll a sense motive on that, kind of grin flash quick.
Okay.
26.
Oh boy, he better not have motives.
None. Not a single one. Not even survival.
He's like, oh, I was just happy to see Brunswick again. It wasn't until a moment later I noticed what was wrong with him. And you're getting the idea he is not telling the truth here.
Well, nevertheless, he is dead. And we are still down here. Mestus, you're doing double duty now.
Wait,
He was my friend. I'll help. And I lift up his body to put on Amestus's sleigh.
but I don't. Okay. And he just starts like tugging with all of his halfling might and just like slowly starts dragging these two corpses.
As I pass him, well, you shouldn't have let him die then.
Yeah. It hasn't come up yet, but Brunswick's actually 450 pounds.
He was a big fat guy. Okay, so where are we going now?
Before we move on, I'm going to make an assumption. Maybe I'm wrong. I want to take the Senate aid badge off of Brunswick. Because I'm going to assume whoever killed him didn't know what it was.
Okay.
And I'll just, take it off and keep it on me for now.
Okay, so yeah, again, where are we going?
Gonna go over this way. And is there any, like, this last door? I imagine the one that Vulpus is by is probably like a nice decorated, like Senate type, like fancy door. This one's probably not like distinguishable in any way, is it?
I mean, it's not as fancy as the one leading to the Senate chamber, but it's not like a scrub door. It's a nice looking door.
All right, Carl, you ready?
I'm ready.
Whoever or whatever killed Brunswick could still be out there.
Oh shit, you're right.
I'm gonna put my ear up to the door.
Okay. You don't hear anything on the other side.
All right. I'm going to quietly and slowly, without stepping in, open the door.
Okay. You open the door and there's like this weird little like antechamber. It's just like little 5 by 15 foot room, like separating. Like I don't even want to call it a hallway. It's almost like a connecting closet.
I've seen these before.
It's almost like ever been in, like adjoining hotel rooms? How there's like the two doors, like
Oh yeah.
that has to be open from both sides. It's kind of like that situation.
Okay. Then I do the same thing over here.
All right. So what, you put your ear to the door, listen for whatever.
Yep.
You don't hear anything on the other side.
All right. I motion for Carl to come on in.
All right, I step up.
Okay, you open this door.
I got my
And-
nunchucks ready, by the way. I'm ready to brawl if I have to.
Okay. You open this door, you look in, and you see 2 sets of lockers lining the northern and southern walls of this room. A set of rusted swords stand on display in the opened southern lockers, and there are doors that exit to the north and west. You guys are coming in from the western door. And also in this room, you see 2 dead people.
Oh, there's more dead people in here. Do I recognize them?
Yeah. What do they look like?
They are both halflings. They're dressed similarly to like servants that would have been at the party, but they are both very obviously like they were brandishing short swords,
Not peace tied.
not peace dyed.
Well, they still could just be servants who had to defend themselves. I'm gonna take a step in.
Okay.
I follow.
Do I see whoever that is in the top right?
Yeah, so you see a man standing in the northeast corner of this room, and he looks...
Is he alive?
He's... No, he's already dead. Tune in next week for my new character.
A new
right.
character.
He looks like Alan Rickman from
It's
like
Pikachu!
from like 1995 Sense and Sensibility, and he looks at you and he says, "Good afternoon. Have you had a fun time spelunking?"
Well met. Who might you be?
My name is Petrit Sokol, and I have been tasked with searching for the heroes who hid in the sewers. I believe I've found them.
I don't know what sewers you're talking about.
I am referring to the catacombs that you have finally found your way out of.
I don't trust this guy at all.
Yeah, this guy sucks. Also, I'm pretty sure he killed Brunswick and these 2 other dead people, so I want to know what's up with the dead people.
Did you kill these servants?
Yeah.
These servants seem to be assassins sent to find you before me, but I found them before they found you, and dispatched of them myself. But it would
And
seem
who found Brunswick?
not before they dispatched with that one. And I point to the room to the west.
Sense motive 26.
Sense motive.
I'm gonna kneel down and check the servant.
Okay. It looks like he got his skull caved in by 2 simultaneous blows from blunt objects. So like someone just came in and clapped 2 heavy things together on the side of his head, and he just dropped. And it would be pretty obvious that Petrit is not wielding, but he has 2 light maces at his sides.
We're not gonna resolve the sense motive checks made.
Yeah, so you do the sense motive checks, and it's always tough doing these against PCs because
Why don't
like
so my problem is
Just tell us what we want to hear. He's
if
evil.
I
He
am
killed Brunswick.
bluffing, they're going to see my bluff roll, and if it's higher than them, you can say you don't detect that he's bluffing, but everybody sees my bluff roll. So maybe Matt just rolls and he knows my modifiers and stuff. And if I'm not bluffing, then, nobody's the wiser, but Matt rolled for me in secret.
now that's a solid one. Yeah, there's a situation where I should make the roll in secret. So yes, you guys are not detecting any falsehoods in what Petrit is saying.
You're just protecting your favorite, Matt.
You can
You liar.
can believe him or not, but you are not detecting the lie in what he is saying.
Once Petrit sees the halfling dragging now 2 bodies enter the room, Petrit kind of like cocks his head, and, considers him for a second. Then he turns to the rest of you. He says, "Forgive me. I seem to have overestimated you. Exactly how long have you been letting this assassin moonlight with you?"
Carl?
And he
Well,
and he
since the beginning of the party.
Well, he is a ninja.
and Petrit draws his light maces with clear intent aimed at Amestos.
That kind of
Mm.
foils what I was going to do. I was going to do a ninja attack on Petrit to make sure that he could really stop an assassin. Like he
Well,
said.
I mean, I feel like that's still very much in play.
Not if he's fighting what he calls someone else being an assassin. Now it's on.
Well, you got to show him who's the master assassin.
You're saying I should attack our slave first.
If he is
No,
indeed an
no,
assassin,
that's not what I'm saying.
on whose authority do you sentence him to death?
I was sent here by Lady Gloriana at the behest of Lady Martella to find you.
Do I know a Lady Gloriana?
Yes.
We know all those guys, don't we?
Yep.
Well,
Yes.
you might.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna
you
say,
know him
the
too.
other
right.
Yeah, like all
forgot
of
you
the
weren't
other
with us from the
PCs like
start.
definitely interacted with Lady Martella at the party.
No, I know Lady Martella.
Or Lady Gloriana, sorry. And yes, Sir Talbot, you would know at least her by reputation. You know she is a staunch ally of the princess and her effort to get primogeniture overturned.
And your orders was to kill them?
The assassins weren't part of the equation when I set out on my mission, but they have clearly become a factor. If
And
you
asbestos.
if you don't have the stomach for it, we can neutralize him non-lethally.
Not a matter of stomach.
Well, something interesting crosses my mind here.
What is Imistos doing right
Yeah, what is he
why-
doing?
Does he
now?
respond?
Not to interrupt you, Tom, but like that's kind of an important detail.
So Emistos is he's looking at Petrit and then to the rest of you and then back to Petrit and at the rest of you. And then he looks at the 2 dead halflings on the ground and he just drops Lord Mancham's legs that he was carrying under his arms. He goes, well, I suppose there's nothing more for it. It's only one way out of here for me now. And he draws his rapier.
Whoa.
And wait, what does he do? Petrit, looking at Amestos, says, "There is more than one way out, but if this is your preference, then..."
I say in halfling, we can do this non-violently.
Emistos looks at the 2 dead halflings on the ground. He goes, well, apparently not. Besides, if I walk out of here without your corpses, I'm dead anyway.
Doesn't have to be that way.
He goes to attack.
That's fair.
And everyone rolls initiative.
Well, someone's getting sneak attacked.
Yep, and Emistos is acting first. Yes, Emistos is going to take a stab at Vulpus, since he's standing right next to him.
Yep.
That's a 20 against Vulpus's flat-footed AC.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is 12
Oh my
damage.
God, Vulpus is down.
See ya.
Is Vulpus just down, or is
He's at
Down,
minus
down.
4 right now.
okay?
Down.
And then Amistos takes a 5-foot step like into that hallway. Like he is now standing over. He's like standing on Brunswick's body, and he's got that rapier pointed out. He's like, "All right, who's next?" And Madam Ladian, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to implant a trick into myself, and not sure what action economy that is. I think it's a standard.
Yeah, I believe so.
I will just stay here then. So yeah, I'll put a trick into myself and then hope he takes a 5-foot step up, but not to hit me.
Okay. Then that brings us to Carl.
Yeah. The choke point situation on this doorway is not really how Carl likes to fight. And I'm pretty badly injured. So I guess I'll just run in. 5, 10, 15, 20. Acrobatics through this mess.
Sorry. Vulpus is like down. He's like on the ground, crumpled. So you can like stand over
yeah.
him.
You can stand on him.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. And attack. Ugh, woof. 9.
Oh, your inspired courage is off, by the way.
Oh, 8. Thanks, Tom.
No
Jeez,
problem, bud.
8 does not
Vulpus
hit.
isn't performing right now.
It's actually the best performance he's ever given.
You took perform sleep, right?
Problem is he can only do this performance once.
He's known as the Sandman.
Sandman.
Well, that brings us to Sir Edwin then after the miss.
Oh, the miss. Is that what we're calling it?
Would you prefer the whiff? The slight
miss is fine.
breeze?
No, this is fine. I take it back.
I can't do 5 feet and then charge, right?
Correct.
I'm going to 5-foot step here and grab Vulpus and pull him back.
Okay.
And you do not want me to roll a heal check, so I'll let somebody do that for you.
Fair.
All right. Then that's going to bring us to Petrit.
Okay. If I wind up in the square to the north of Carl, do I have line of effect to attack Amestos?
I'm going to give him like soft cover, but yes.
Can I charge?
Yes.
Okay. Petrit, he's already got his maces drawn, and he just fucking charges at Amestos, and he's gonna thread the needle between the door frame and Carl's shoulders.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You would.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I
you
mean, technically, yes.
No, just kidding. But if this was 2 minutes ago,
so that's a 24 to hit, or 26 with the charge.
That still hits.
All right. Amestos takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage,
All right.
and I'm going to apply my once per round.
I thought that was only when you could apply sneak attack.
Well,
No.
while he looks that up, I'm going to activate my painful stare to add 1 more damage.
That is
Okay.
next round once I get debilitating injury. The miserable strike is once per round. I should have called it before I made the attack roll, but it's the only attack I was going to make this round anyway. So Amestos needs to make a will save, but I think he's being affected by Madame Ladian's stink eye, so he's got a -2 on that.
Yeah. And he's great at this. So that is a 15 before whatever penalties are being applied. So, Madame Ladian, does your thing do a -2 to will saves?
Yeah.
All right, so it's a 13 will.
That passes exactly.
But next up, it is back to Amistos. Actually, sorry, it's Vulpus first, and I need a Constitution save from you.
He's got this.
Oh.
Yeah, he's big and beefy.
I feel
You're going to
feel
fail
happy
it.
that everybody believes in me.
Oh, he didn't understand the sarcasm.
Nice.
Does a 15 save it?
Yes, it does. You stabilize.
Your 15 saved me.
Yes.
Because I would have made it way worse.
You're like digging your hands into the hole, into the wound.
I gotta stop the bleeding. This shield will do it.
I'm gonna perform emergency trach. He gets out like a dagger.
Okay. So that brings us back to Amistos. And,
Now drop Kakarl.
well, he is going to, he's going to feint Kakarl. Yeah. I'm going to assume an 11 does not beat your CMD, Carl.
Hell no.
Are you fainting?
Yeah.
I think it's sense motive, right? If he's got it.
If he has an intelligence score.
No. If
And that's a big if.
I got a +3 in sense motive.
Because you can only feint as a move action if you have improved feint. And then I think it's not based on CMD because it's technically not a combat maneuver.
Right. It's I think like 10.
Okay. It's 10 plus Carl's base attack bonus plus wisdom modifier. So that's definitely more than 11.
Wow, my wisdom mod is -1.
Oh.
But still.
Maybe it's not.
Well,
So your base
unless-
attack bonus is +1, your wisdom modifier.
Oh no, if he's trained in sense motive, the DC is 10 plus opponent's sense motive bonus if it's higher.
Yeah.
If it's high.
+3. Excellent.
Well, that's got to be
Yep.
worse, right? What's your base attack bonus?
Nope. +1
Oh.
with a -1 in wisdom.
Yeah.
So the fact that he has a rank in sense motive
Saved his
just
ass.
kind of saved him there. So yeah, that does not pass, but he is still going to attack you with the rapier.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you could take like all one of those.
Barely. I don't think I can take one.
That's a 13 to hit.
Oh, this is messy. 13 does not hit. Especially on the count of my new +1. I mean, that didn't factor this time. But I am +1 up, so.
But it's there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Madam Lady, and that brings us to you then.
All right, I'm gonna try and hit him with a touch of fatigue.
Okay. Again, just like
Soft cover.
with Petchard, he's going to have the soft cover, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna not need it. That's a 5.
Yeah, 5 is not going to hit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be my turn. Actually, I'll take a 5-foot step just so I can get a better view.
Okay. Then, Carl, that brings us back to you.
All right. I'm going to do what I tried to do last time, except way better and more full attack on this guy. Full nunchuck attack plus key nunchucking.
So you're giving yourself an extra attack with the key point?
Yeah.
That's 3 attacks?
I don't know. I'm going to press full attack. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, and I'm going to do it powerfully too, dude. I'm going all out on this freaking guy.
You do not have enough strength to do power attack.
Oh. All right. Well, just pretend that I didn't then. 21.
21 hits.
4.
What? Okay.
And my second attack's going to be a 10 to hit.
10 is not going to hit.
Yeah. That's fine, because I'm going to add another attack
Oh.
with my ninja shit. 22.
22 definitely hits.
2 damage. You just see a flurry of fucking nunchucks coming at this guy.
Okay. Well, he's, yeah.
Dead.
He got bashed up a little bit. Oh, he's still standing. Please, you got to do better than that to beat him.
Better than he ever did.
Yeah.
All right, Sir Edwin, that brings us back to you.
Okay, I'm going to attempt an overrun. So as part of a charge,
You cannot charge him
why can I not charge him?
because there's 3 PCs standing in your way. You can't charge through allied spaces.
Then I don't have to do it as a charge. I can do it just as part of normal movement.
Okay.
As a standard action taken during your move or as part of a charge, you can attempt to overrun your target.
Okay. But he is going to get an attack of opportunity during that.
Yes.
But I'm going to assume a 12 doesn't hit.
No. So he can either opt to let me by, or we do a combat maneuver check as normal. If I succeed, I move through anyway. And if I succeed by 5 or more, then I knock him prone and move through his space.
So it's an opposed CMB check?
Yeah, it's my CMB versus his CMD, unless he just lets me through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll it.
So that's 15.
Okay. That does beat his CMD, but barely.
Okay, so I just stop there.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. Then that brings us to Petrit.
Petrit's going to full attack with his maces. So here comes the first one. This one's going to be his miserable strike.
Okay.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
15 is going to hit.
Excellent.
Soft cover.
Oh, haha, thank you. Yeah, with the soft cover, that
Damn it.
misses.
All right. Second mace. Oh, so that's a natural 20 on my attack roll.
So yeah, the natural 20 definitely
Yeah,
hits.
but then I think a 10 probably doesn't confirm.
No, not so
Okay.
much.
So Petra does 3. This says 4 points of damage, but I assume that's because that's my offhand. So I think that would only be +1 instead of +2. So it'd be 3 points of damage.
Okay. Well, he is still going. It's definitely starting to feel it, though. But there's unconscious Vulpus, and then we're back to Amistos. And he's once again going to try to feint Carl.
Yeah, not if my sense motive has anything to say about it.
That's much better. That's a 28.
Ooh, hold on, let me check.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Let's see. 28. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Sure.
He rolled like shit, though, so does an 8 hit your flat-footed AC?
Nope.
Damn. You just can't quite get the whole package together here.
That probably
But
would have dropped to
after-
Carl, too.
Yep.
Oh, definitely
Even
would
the
have.
part of the package.
All right, and then Amistos is going to 5-foot step south to get out of that flank. And then it is Madame Ladian's turn.
All right, I'm going to move up and try and hit him with a touch of fatigue. Eventually, I'll get it, maybe? You would think.
You would hope.
I do hope. 11 against this touch.
11 is not going to hit his touch.
No, that's what I can do.
Okay. Then Carl, that brings us to you.
You should be able to still hit him.
Am I still able to hit him?
You can hit him, but he's going to have that cover bonus against you.
All right. Well, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Here it comes. Oh boy. Oh, good things happened. 15.
A 15 with the cover is not going to hit.
Oh, okay. But ready for this one? Natural 20. Crit confirm 21.
Get that man
All
a
right.
card.
And even with the cover, that will confirm.
Yes.
So we've got a bludgeoning crit. This is called Crunch.
Yep.
Double damage, and the target is nauseated for 1 round.
Ooh.
That means they can only
Okay.
take a move action,
Yeah.
right?
So he is.
So you're saying I hit him so hard in the head that he got all.
I think it would be
nauseated. I
more
love
like
it.
a liver shot, right? You catch it,
I
you
don't
catch
know.
it clean. Yeah, you get hit in the liver clean, and it's like it just drops you. You can't do shit.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that.
Yeah, and that's an 18 on his fortitude save, which is not enough. So he is nauseated.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
Nauseated and dead, or just nauseated?
Just
Because
nauseated.
I did hit him for 12 damage.
You hit him for 7 damage. All right, Sir Edwin, you're up.
I am going to feint attack against him. Feint and then attack.
Okay, do you have improved feint?
I do.
Oh,
Hitting him with his own medicine.
So I'm gonna bring up my long sword like I'm gonna attack him from the top, and then when he goes to try to block it with his rapier, I'm gonna twist the blade and try and thrust. So 13 for the feint.
yeah, that'll do it. He's pretty good at feinting, but he's also not very good at noticing it.
So an 8.
An 8 does not hit his flat-footed AC.
That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm done.
All right, Petrit.
Well, Petra doesn't really have
Get
anywhere to
boxed out.
close in on this guy because that strange old lady just like ran in and was waving her hands in his face. So, well, Petra's satisfied with where he is there, and he just kind of he shakes his head in exasperation that he can't get in there, and he drops his maces on the ground, draws his short bow as a move action, 5-foot steps to the east, turns around, draws his bow, and fires. That's a 7 before penalties.
Yeah, so I think that's going to wind up at a negative number. That's going to miss. Okay. Well, it's going to bring us back to Mistos, who is nauseated, which means all he can do is a move action. I guess he'll do that to feint Madame Ladian, even though he can't follow it up.
Yeah, good fucking luck.
That's a 19.
He gets me by 2.
Ooh. So yeah, Madame Ladian is flat-footed. But hey, it's Madame Ladian's turn.
Then, well, I'm going to attack him. I'm going to hit him with a dose of the full round claws.
All right, let's see what you got.
Not much. 10
10 does not hit.
and a 16.
16 does.
Oh, wasn't expecting that. 2 damage.
All right. He's still up.
Oh, and I'll hit him with my painful stare and make that 3 damage.
No, you get to roll a d6.
You're right, I do. Yeah, he takes another 2 damage.
And you have killed
Nice.
Emistos.
Yeah,
God.
finally.
Hell yeah. Fuck that guy.
I claw him right in the neck. What's on him?
Little payback for Brunswick.
Well, I mean,
For Brunswick.
I'm still not convinced that he killed Brunswick, personally.
Oh, no, you know he didn't
Yeah.
kill Brunswick. But
And I'm not convinced that these guys aren't under the order of Petra. But what's on Amestos first? I'll get to
Greyhawk the bodies.
I'll get to that marinating liar in a minute.
well, you know he has a small-sized masterwork rapier.
Brunswick's rapier.
Let's see. You going through his stuff, you find a potion. You
It's
find
Brunswick's potion.
That is Brunswick's
he's
potion.
got a he's got small-sized padded armor. You find a dagger in a wrist sheath that he had hidden up his sleeve. He has a set of masterwork thieves' tools. He also has a strange holy symbol with him. So if anyone wants to give me a
should
knowledge
have a-
religion check, we can figure
Yeah,
that
I don't
out.
think
I'll
I
give you
will.
a spell check for the potion. And I got 16 on the potion.
Well, that identifies the potion as a potion of cure light wounds.
Oh, nice.
17 on the knowledge religion.
Anyone else with a knowledge religion?
Nah, I don't do that.
I have one.
We don't do that here.
Aren't you,
22.
aren't you unconscious at the moment?
Yeah,
oh
he is.
shit! Yeah. Never mind.
All right, so yeah, Sir Edwin. It takes you a sec to think back because it's kind of an obscure god, but you after a little bit of thinking, you recognize this as the holy symbol of Thamir Gix. Thamir Gix is like he's like kind of a subordinate of Norgorber. He's like the halfling god of assassins.
Anybody want to
Yeah, I was
help out?
just about to say. I'm going to go check on Vulpus.
Yeah, Vulpus is unconscious.
That's everything on
Classic
on the body.
Bulbous.
Yes.
I'll bring over the potion and like get it down Vulpus's unconscious body. 1d8 plus 1. We've established.
Yep. Damn. I was really hoping to miss those, but at
6.
least drop one more. Yeah, he should have.
I got a 6.
Vulpus wakes up with a stir.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Was I dead?
Just unconscious.
If you know what I mean.
No, I think you very clearly know what I mean.
I help Vulpus onto his feet.
I want to make a perception check to see.
Okay, what are you looking for?
So we found that symbol on Amestos. I want to make a perception on Petra to see if I can see that symbol anywhere on him. With a 14.
You do not.
You might
Sorry,
see
go
a
ahead.
holy symbol hanging from his neck, but it doesn't look like that.
I can't even identify it.
When you're looking through, you actually do find 2 more of those holy symbols. One around, or one on the body of each of the other dead halflings in the room.
Did we win? Are we getting out of here?
Against
I've got
all odds.
2 things I need to do.
Yes.
I still have 2 things I need to do.
Real quick too. On the body of one of the dead halflings, there is a note stuffed into one of his pockets. Madam Lady, when you pull it out, I assume you're the one like rifling through stuff. When you find it, you open it up, you read it, and it just says, Team 2. Keep watch over Martella's stooges while we dispatch the ladyship. They seem useless, but our contract specifies eliminating Lothid and anyone she's working with. If they're particularly noteworthy, say a senator or noble, keep them alive, and we'll interrogate them along with Lothid. Have Amistos bring any such targets to the dignified repository. Signed, the fantabulous killer of the Brotherhood of Silence.
Yeah, I would not read that aloud for fear that Team 2 means there's another team, aka Petra. So if I found that when we were like rifling through earlier, I probably would have, like, while I was still crouched over, read it, not particularly hiding it until I finished reading it and understood what it said. And then I would probably just try and quietly pocket that and hope nobody even noticed that I found it.
Okay.
Vulpus, you don't speak Dwarven, do you? Does anyone speak Dwarven?
I speak Dwarven.
I know time is kind of the essence, but there are 2 things I'm obligated to do, and I might need your assistance for one of them.
Well, go on.
Follow me, if you would.
After
And I'm
clearly making a show of not liking going farther away from the exit, Petra will then follow.
I'm
Edwin.
definitely following this. There's no way I'm letting Petra go anywhere alone with one of us.
I'm going to go back to the room with the kobold. Did we notice the haunt in C19?
It did not trigger when you just went back through C19.
So then I'm not lying if I say that we took care of it to the kobold. Which I return to the kobold and I inform him that... which was I using?
Was it Gnome? He speaks...
Yes.
Maybe?
I was like, he
no.
speaks Draconic.
Yep.
Yeah, Draconic Gnome.
So in Gnome, I inform him that we have upheld our end of the bargain. We've cleared out the ghost, and to thank him for his contributions to the effort. And then I'm gonna motion for Petra to come over here by the yeah, so I could kill him.
You're gonna kill him and just stuff his body
Stuff
in
his
the
body
hold
in
of the
the Darklands.
the
Darklands.
Underdark. The Darklands, yeah. I just called it
So,
the Underdark. That's
you-
straight out of Forgotten Realms.
You speak Dwarven. How familiar are you with Dwarven culture?
I'll just roll knowledge local and we'll see what Petra knows. 9?
Yeah. So, like, you probably know like the basics of it.
Yeah.
You know like the stereotypes of dwarven culture.
I know just enough to be
so-
insensibly racist towards dwarves. No, yeah, I'm familiar with
You like rocks, don't
I
you?
am familiar with surface level cultural norms of the dwarves.
There is a cultural norm of ancient tradition that Dwarven explorers would leave a mark to be remembered and to leave a spot to kind of mark how far down into exploring like caverns and mountains and things like that. So if you were to make it beyond a certain point, leaving your name or a tag of some sort is a great honor to be able to do. And I can think of no better thing that we can do for Brunswick than to leave his mark here at the entrance to the Darklands, so that anybody coming from or heading into these areas would be able to give respect to Brunswick if you would do me the favor of marking his name here in Dwarven runes. We can at least give
Should
it
I assume that you yourself do not speak dwarf, or else you would not need my assistance with this. Oh god, so Petrick gets to write whatever the fuck he wants about Brunswick in Dwarven. And Sir
No, it's just his name. You
Sir
could put whatever you want.
has to
I
assume
wouldn't. I
it is
wouldn't know.
Of the highest honor.
So it's called Kangradin, which is more or less the name of the tradition.
Forgive me, Sir Edwin. I fail to see how this is a top priority right now amid a civil war currently unfolding on the surface.
We've been down here for 3 days. I think whatever was going to happen has settled, and it would take you all of 5 minutes to put the name of my friend on this wall.
Petra holds his gaze on Sir Edwin for a beat. And you can see that he's not overly impressed at the gravity of the motion that Sir Edwin is going for. But the beat ends, and Petra, actually I don't think he has a dagger. He's got a short sword, but that's not really great at carving into walls. But he kind of holds his hand out and he says, "You have a writing implement, I presume?"
I just take off my spiked gauntlet and just hand it over. Just use one of the spikes.
A small grin escapes Petrick's sour face when you hand him a spiked gauntlet to carve somebody's name into a wall with. But he puts on the gauntlet and he writes a series of dwarven runes into the wall.
I have to take you
Took
at
him
your
long
word,
enough, goddamn.
but I thank you for taking the time to do something.
It was my pleasure, and he says with
Obvious displeasure.
All right, now we can leave.
Oh, I'm loving this character. Just total disrespect for your last character. Like,
The crazy thing is, I'm the only one who knows what that says.
I don't give a shit. I'm just praying it says asshole or something along those lines.
I would never.
All right. So, we done in here? You guys ready to leave?
That's my line.
Hell yeah, brother.
I barely finished that sentence before Matt's like, "Yep, get me the fuck out of this dungeon."
Hey, where's Brunswick's old loot? It would have been on one of those assassins, right?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was stuffed into like one of the lockers on the northern wall. Like they just took everything off of Brunswick and stuffed it in there.
We searched those lockers, right?
Yeah, and yeah, he would have found Brunswick
Dibs.
stuff. And included in that is that crossbow, that like Taldan artifact crossbow that you guys found a while back.
Oh yeah, I'll take that.
Fine with me.
So would Petra have any idea of what everybody can expect when we get to the surface? Because he would probably want to kind of give everybody a heads up.
So Petra, you would know that, on the surface, it's been 2.5 days since the attack on the Senate at this point. Yeah, I mean, obviously you know that the streets of Apara are just still in like utter chaos. There are rumors flying everywhere about what actually happened.
Okay, I remember this part. I
And
think.
ever since the attack, Grand Prince Stavian has been missing. So the predominant rumor is that he was killed in the attack.
But we know that's not true.
No, you don't.
Do you?
Did it? Well. All right. We don't know that he didn't die, but we saw him like surrounded after he stabbed that guy. Like,
Yeah,
getting
but there
away
could have
with
been
that
any number of
group.
developments after we got teleported out.
Right.
So so Petra will, as we're walking, will kind of go into more of a like a formal business air and say, while you've been down in the catacombs, it has been several days since the attack started. The streets are not safe to linger. Grand Prince Stavian III has not been seen since the attack. Some rumors indicate he could be dead, but that has yet to be seen.
Then we should find the princess.
My mission is to bring you to Lady Gloriana, where we will hopefully be given more information on the situation.
And what information do you have about Lady Martella?
Like the Grand Prince, Lady Martella has not been seen for some time. My Lady Gloriana has tasked me with finding you so that we might get a lead on where she is if she has been in contact with you. We have a common employer. You may be familiar with the Brotherhood. They have tasked me with finding you all in the hopes that you have a lead for us on the whereabouts of Lady Martella.
Would we?
Well, I haven't seen Lady Martella since the party, so
Neither have we. So, Petra, are you to bring us to meet a member of the Masked Brotherhood then?
Now that I have recovered you, I am to bring you to Lady Gloriana.
And we're just supposed to believe that Lady Gloriana is who she was before this all started.
I suppose I can't fault you for being suspicious. This is an era of backstabbing and intrigue. If you don't want to take my word, then there's little I can do to convince you to accompany me, but I am telling the truth.
Let's get...
well, at the
That's
very
fine. Let's
least, we should meet up with Lady Gloriana and see what we can find out about the situation going on.
I mean, I'm not gonna resist going to see her.
Do you happen to know which direction we can find Lady Gloriana?
Yes, this
Rendezvous point?
yes, this way. And Petra points to in the correct direction.
Points to location _5.
And like while this whole conversation has been going on, you guys have just been like climbing stairs like constantly. You've literally been going upstairs for a good like 5 minutes during this conversation. After a while, Petrit would recognize you get to like the top of the stairs, and so you get to a door and you open it up, and it actually opens up into kind of like a hidden, not quite a hidden, but a forgotten door in some like back room in the archives. It's just in like some dusty old corner of the archives. It's almost like behind a bookshelf. It was even hard to find in the first place. But you guys emerge from there, and as you're walking out, just the whole building is still ruined. There's like the corpses have all been removed, but there are blood stains everywhere. And as you're walking out of the Senate, kind of as you're making your way towards the courtyard, you can even see what looks like large claw marks on the marble floor. Like it was almost made by like a giant cat. Some shit went down here while you guys have been away.
I want to use my disguise self ability from the hat to make myself kind of
Okay.
appear like just a common folk. Like, so I have no
Okay.
indication of like, you know, any houses or anyone specific that I had allegiance to.
Okay.
Are there any people?
Here and there you can see servants like kind of like scrubbing up some of the blood stains and whatnot. Maybe clearing out some rubble from bits that have fallen off here and there. But that's about it.
I'm going to go up to one of the servants. Excuse me. Where's Duke Talbot?
The servant was like on his hands and knees just scrubbing at a blood stain, and just kind of like leans back on his heels and kind of knuckles his back like, oh god. Duke Talbot? Where
Yes.
have you been for the last 3 days? You didn't hear?
No.
He died in the attack. Why? Who's asking?
No one of importance. Then I just rejoin the group.
Okay.
You don't want to ask him who's currently running House Talbot?
No.
So you guys make your way out of the Senate. You emerge back at the entrance where you first entered. You're at the top of the what's called the 100 Steps, and you can look out over the city. And even from here, it's kind of like mid-morning, and even from this site, you can see like plumes of smoke rising here and there. Every now and then you catch the sound of swords clanging together in the distance. This is a city at war with itself. And we'll see you next month.
Oh my god.
On War for the Crown from Inspired Incompetence.
See ya.
See ya. See ya. See ya.